Welcome back to the podcast. My name is Joseph Clough, and in this episode, we're going into a hypnosis session. Now, this is being broadcasted live, as you probably know, because I usually say that on these podcasts. It's being broadcasted live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, all those kind of places right now. So feel free to go ahead and join us on a live stream. We go live on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays even at 3 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. East Coast, and then 11 p.m. in England. And it's always nice to be a part of a live experience. We get to chat with one another. I know so many of you now, so it's so good to be able to create a community, so you don't feel like you're alone. You feel like you belong. You're a part of a movement. You're a part of a transformation. So feel free to go ahead and join me on any of the socials on Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. Usually just type in my name and I'm sure I'm gonna show up there, because with all the content I put out, it kind of gets quite high in the search engines. But as I said, this is a live hypnosis session on motivation. So before we go into the hypnosis session, it's important to be very clear at a conscious level. You see, your conscious mind is the goal setter. Your unconscious mind is the goal getter. So if we just listen to a hypnosis session and not really think about why we're doing what we're doing, we're not really going to yield the kind of results that we'd really like to receive and achieve. So I highly suggest, whether you listen to this hypnosis session or any other hypnosis session, get clear on your intention. Get clear on what you want to achieve, what you want to release, how you want to be in this world, what you want to get. If you want more wealth, if you want more health, if you want better relationships, transform your career, all of those things, it's a context, it's a certain situation. We don't always just want motivation in every area of our life, so it's nice to specify to the unconscious mind by deciding, declaring, having the attention and the intention to your desire. And of course, best use of this hypnosis session is using some form of headphones or something like that, some earbuds, and also be in a place where you will not be disturbed, because at the end of the day, why do you want to be doing anything when you're listening to hypnosis? First of all, never use hypnosis. I don't really have to say it, but I will. Never use hypnosis whilst operating machinery, vehicles. Once again, why do that when you're here to learn, you're here to transform and get your mind in the right place? If you're putting your attention elsewhere and doing other things, you're telling your unconscious mind that your attention to get this outcome and result is not important. So we'll be sending a mixed signal to our unconscious mind, us consciously doing other things, while our unconscious mind's like, well, I'm not going to take it on. So with that intention, with that declaration, with that attention, with that decision, make one based on your desires. What do you want to get motivated about? Is it to yield the money that you want? Is it to be able to have the relationship, to be able to do the things that we have to do to be able to live a life of security and freedom? So with that though, let's go ahead into the live hypnosis session right here and right now. Go ahead and get yourself in a nice, comfortable position. Close your eyes and just be here. Allow your attention to be on your desires. Make that conscious decision and declaration as to why we want to be motivated. What is it that we want to receive into our life by the action of our motivation? What goal do you have? What dream are you wanting to attain? What is it that you desire that will give you and allow you to generate more motivation, drive in every single way. So make that decision. What is our goal? What is our outcome? And with that, breathe in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And allow yourself to go on a journey in the inside, within the mind's eye, where you can just relax. Allow the muscles to go on that journey too, of letting go, of being here, collecting your thoughts, your attention to those things that need attention. You see, you have your conscious mind listening to me. You may be aware of sounds, and that's okay. Because beneath the surface, at an unconscious level, your unconscious mind will soon take on all those things I say that you feel will be most beneficial, that will allow you to feel good for no reason, to give yourself a drive, the motivation, the desire, even the curiosity. So relax now. Enjoy letting go. You see, your muscles can relax. Your thoughts can relax. As my voice goes with you on this journey. You see, you being here, it means you're ready to learn. You're ready to grow. You're ready to shine. And that can cause your unconscious mind to listen to transform, to release the resistance. And as you drift and dream soon, you may become consciously aware of what that desire is. What's the reason behind being motivated? What is it that you would like to achieve? Where you feel so aligned, that you are so tuned in, tapped in, that it will allow you to make that happen even before you need it. Almost as if your unconscious can take on the role, the behavior of making this happen. To see the opportunity before you and to feel so good about moving forward. So relax now. We can soften. We can melt away old stresses. Soften the muscles. Soften the mind. And just relax. You see, we can go into a trance. We can sleep in trance. And by sleep, I don't mean to fall asleep, but to enter that learning state, to access the infinite potentiality within you, to connect the resources to the new thoughts, the new feelings, the new ways of acting and reacting. So allow yourself to learn, to relax as you learn, to feel better than before, but not as much as in a moment. You see, you can go into learning states of the mind in minutes, moments, or even seconds. And I don't mind when you go into trance now, whether it takes a minute or even 5. You see, you can choose, because it just means you are gaining more control of your mind and body. And by relaxing into trance, we're gaining access to the unconscious, where maybe we've been out of rapport for way too long. So it's about coming together, aligning your mind, your body, your spirit, your energy, your goals as one. You see, when you are aligned, there is no resistance. The fears and worries can fall away, and you may even bring to mind a goal or an outcome. And even if there's anything in the way, unconsciously, we can seek out the opportunities to go through it, around it, over it, or under it. You see, it's all a challenge. We must be the instigator of our life. So relax and let go. For the mind and body is learning. You see, you have been motivated before. There are many areas in your past, many areas in the present, where you have felt motivation. Maybe not to this goal, maybe not to this outcome, but throughout the past, there's been times where you've been so excited, where you have been curious, where you have instigated something, where you took responsibility to make that happen. Maybe it was something big, an achievement that you truly desired. Maybe it was something small. Maybe it's something we do on a daily basis. Maybe it was one time or many a times in our past. But you have been driven before. You have been motivated. There are many, many times. And what that means is you have the strategy. You have a past one or a present one which did work once or even now. And I want your unconscious mind to remember, really, really remember the fundamentals, the specifics of what allowed you to rise up, to take a stand for what was right, your goal. You may not be aware of the conscious strategies now, but beneath the surface, you can remember. You can remember how good it felt to move forward, that nothing less is ever going to be because you're looking for more. Anything less to that goal was unacceptable. And as you consider those strategies unconsciously, you may drift, you may dream, you may learn, you may feel light, you may feel heavy. However you do it is perfect for you. This is all about you and your process. So as we re-engage, remember those old sparks, you may consider in your mind this new goal, the reason why we want to get motivated, the purpose behind it. Consider not only the goal, not only the outcome, but consider why you want that goal. Maybe it's for many things. I'm sure that goal and outcome that you truly want to be motivated by, truly driven, will have an impact, a consequence, in the most beautiful, most liberating way in all areas of your life, the career or business, family and relationships, health, abundance. Consider all the many, many things that will be heading your way, not only once you've received it, but beyond. Consider the magnitude of that transformation, the most amazing things. You may see it, you may hear it, you may just feel or know it. Almost like a stack of cards, one on another, multiplying all the reasons to change, all the experiences, the values. You see, values motivate us. They're important to you. So I wonder, the value behind this goal, what is the value beyond the goal? And you may even just consider that if you achieve this goal by taking advantage of the opportunities, being super aligned and motivated, what it will do for you, almost like we're taking care of our future self. We are looking, we are searching for the outside connections, but also within. You see, we must do what is right, what is good, overriding fear, because many people allow fear to get in the way. But if you're like me, you're ready to take a stand, to do what has to be done, to take massive and inspired action, to learn and grow along the way, to adjust, to be resilient. And you are resilient. The nature of you being here now means you are resilient. So whether you achieve the goal with help or just within yourself, you can feel good that you have all the resources. You have the past strategies of success, of drive, of motivation. You have it all within you. So you may paint pictures in your mind of those journeys, of those goals and outcomes. You may just consider them coming to life in front of you. Who do you want to be? What will you welcome into your life? So you are radiating and receiving simultaneously the abundance of success. So when you think of that goal just around the corner, even if you see some resistance or barriers along the way, these are your challenges to grow. This is what makes it exciting. This is your opportunity to shine. You see, in every movie, there are usual stages when everything is good and fine. Then something occurs, and it's up to the main character to take control. to be able to seize the moment. When it felt like nothing was happening, maybe even felt alone, they go on the inside to search for something else. They begin to go on the inside and look for something more. And as they do on that journey, they start to succeed. And although there's more challenges along the way, they get better because of it. And near the end of that journey, they find something bigger, something more meaningful. And I wonder how you can relate that to your future. That although we may not be there yet, we can see the opportunity to take action, to go on the inside and look for more. To begin to realize that those challenges are opportunities, that along the way there's actually something more, something bigger than ourselves. And to me, that's exciting. So you may or you may not consider in your mind what it would be like having made that change, having achieved your goals and desires, looking back to this present moment where you just go, I am happy I decided to do, that I went on the inside, that I took and made that decision. As you look back, full of gratitude for making that decision and doing what had to be done. And those ripples go far and wide before you even know it. So speaking to you, the unconscious mind, I wonder and ask, what can you do beneath the surface to start moving forward today, this week, this coming month, the year ahead, to truly enlighten the illusionary darkness, to be the person you were meant to be, to decide on what is right and what is good over all fears and doubts. This is your moment. Your time is now. So supercharge that goal. See the reasons as to why you want it, what it will get you, what it will allow you to do, to be and to have, to receive, to be the example of what can be done, to begin to operate at a higher level, a level of success that you crave and desire, for it's coming your way if you act. To assume the failing of having achieved your goal and take massive and inspired action to make it happen. And I wonder what your unconscious mind can do now to spontaneously practice over and over again in making that change in the future. How it can rehearse, how it can do, how it can learn. And for that you can feel grateful. But this is a two-mind situation. You consciously, and beneath the surface, unconsciously. So remember, whatever you choose to do now consciously, your unconscious mind will follow and help. But if we don't do consciously, then it's pretty hard for the unconscious to help. So ask yourself, are you ready to change consciously as much as you are unconsciously? Because if you are, decide it, declare it, become it, feel it, expand it, radiate it, for it's coming your way if you choose. And as I said, if you're like me, I think you're ready to go to the next level. I think you're ready to take on that opportunity of that goal, to do what has to be done in every way, to reap the rewards of all your desires, and allowing that to go on into the future in the most beautiful, wonderful way. So I thank you consciously for listening. And I thank you, the unconscious mind, too, in building up, being the best friend to you consciously. So we treat the unconscious mind with respect. We nurture it, we look after it, we do the right decisions. So I thank you, the unconscious, for I have the greatest respect for what you do in the body and what you'll be doing in the future now. So with that, in a moment, I'm gonna count from 1 to 5. And on 5, you'll be out of this learning state of transformation, ready to do what has to be done in wherever you are, whenever you're listening, at whatever time, you'll do what has to be done next. Knowing tomorrow, you will always remember this. We are the magic in the action, and we are the action in the magic. So 1, every muscle becomes less and less relaxed. 2, every fiber and nerve becomes more and more alert. As you breathe in the nose, you can oxygenate your mind and body and soul. At 3, at 4, you can become more and more alert to the level which will be most beneficial to you. And at 5, you can come all the way back to now, and you can open your eyes all the way back. That's it. All the way back to the now. Good work. So I hoped you enjoyed that hypnosis session. Remember, this is all within you. This is your opportunity to change and transform by connecting with the unconscious mind. You've got to do something too. It's not just unconscious process and transformation. This is a unity. This is a team. You and your best friend being the unconscious mind. So what are you going to do to decide on your future, to look after your future self? It is all within you. And of course, if you need help in making that change, making it a reality, you can go ahead to josephclough.info/power, and that way you can actually work with me personally in letting go systematically every worry and doubt, every level of self-sabotage, imposter syndrome, any limiting belief of not being worthy, deserving, or good enough to excel your career, your money, your business. You can go to josephclough.info/power, and that way we can potentially work together. It is an application only. You must be interested, invested, and ready to do what has to be done. And of course, if that is not at your level yet, because it is for a specific kind of person who is ready to go all in for the life transformation, you can also go ahead and join me on the Unlimited Confidence Virtual Seminar. This is where we get to spend a whole weekend together in the comfort of your own home, to be able to get more self-certainty, more confidence, to reduce the anxiety, to get deeply aligned with your goals and dreams for the end of this year and for the future. This is your time to shine. Spending a whole weekend in this way for a very, very small price point, or really an investment, is going to be one of the most life-changing things you can do this year. Other than going for the premium program where you really get to work with me more and that's fully customized, that right now won't be there for long as the custom hypnosis sessions. But this event is your next step to that transformation, josephclough.info/event. I'm bringing processes and transformational processes and techniques into this event. So josephclough.info/event for the virtual seminar. And with that, my friends, I hope you enjoyed this free episode of Transformation. And of course, you can always go ahead, if you enjoy it, leave a review on the podcast or the app, pay it forward, forwarding it, sharing it, all those things, or even unlocking the whole app. However you do it is just fine by me. Just know that you are loved, you are appreciated, and I only want the best for you. So with that, my friends, I look forward to speaking to you in a future episode. Many thanks and goodbye.